Good morning, everyone. So, for today, we are going to tackle Module 2, entitled The Teacher as a Knower of Curriculum. By the way, I'm Eliza Marie Evenaventura, and I'll be the one to discuss the school curriculum, definition, nature, and scope. So, at the end of the lesson, the student will be able to define curriculum from different perspectives and describe the nature and scope of curriculum. Each member of society views school curriculum differently, and there are varied demands on what school should do and what curriculum should be taught. So what is curriculum? Oftentimes, curriculum is taken in its narrow view as a listing of subjects to be taught in school, or sometimes it is understood broadly as all learning experience that individuals undergo while in school. Curriculum affects all teachers, students, parents, politicians, businessmen, professional, government, or even the common people. Like many concepts in education, there seems to be no common definition of curriculum. Like what Ms. Binaya said on her report, curriculum is sometimes characterized as fragmentary, clusive, and confusing. However, the word originates from the Latin word currere, referring to the oval track upon which Roman chariots race. Currere meaning to run the course, so curriculum is understood as a course of study where a student follow it until she or he finish with the race. The New International Dictionary defines curriculum as the whole body of a course in an educational institution or by a department, while the Oxford English Dictionary defines curriculum as a courses taught in schools or universities. Curriculum means different things to different people. So here are some definitions of curriculum. According to Daniel Tanner, 1980, curriculum is a planned and guided set of learning experiences and intended outcomes, formulated through the system reconstruction of knowledge and experience under the auspices of the school, for the learner's continuous and willful growth and personal social competence. According to Pratt, 1980, it is a written document that systematically describes goals, plan, objectives, content, learning activities, evaluation, procedures, and so forth. And according naman kay Schubert, 1987, curriculum is the content of a subject concepts and tasks to be acquired, planned activities, the desired learning outcomes, and experiences product to culture and an agenda to reform society make up a curriculum. According to Haas, 1987, a curriculum includes all of the experiences that individual learners have in a program of education, whose purpose is achieve broad goals and related specific objectives which are planned in terms of a framework of theory and research or past and present professional practice. According to Grandi 1987, it is a program of activities designed so that pupils will attain so far as possible certain educational and other schooling ends or objectives. While according to Goodland and Soon 1992, it is a plan that consists of learning opportunities for a specific time frame and place, a tool that aims to bring about behavior changes in students as a result of planned activities and includes all learning experiences received by students with the guidance of the school. And lastly, according to Cronbent 1992, it provides answer to three questions. First, what knowledge, skills, and values are most worthwhile? Second, why are they most worthwhile? And lastly, how should a young acquire them. Some points of view of other curriculums. Points of view about the curriculum can be either traditional or progressive according to the person's philosophical or psychological orientation. The traditional point of view of curriculum were advanced by Robert Hutchins, Arthur Bestor, Joseph Schwab, and Philip Penix. Robert Maynard Hutchins was an American educational philosopher. He was born at January 17, 1899 at Brooklyn, New York, and died at May 17, 1977 at Santa Barbara, California. Hutchins views curriculum as a permanent studies, which explain why some subjects are repeated from elementary to college, such as grammar, reading, and mathematics. In basic education, the three R's should emphasize, while liberal education should be the emphasis in college. Arthur Eugene Bestor Jr. Bestor was also devoted in education and was a founding member and past president of the Council for Basic Education. He was born at September 20, 1908 and died at December 13, 1994. So as an essentialist, he believes that the mission of the school should be intellectual training. So, curriculum should focus in intellectual disciplines of grammar, literature, and writing, and it should also include mathematics, science, history, and foreign language. Joseph Jackson Schwab is a U.S. educator who emphasized the study of the philosophies of education and science in connection with the preparation of school curricula. Schwab believed that the sole source of curriculum is discipline. So, he believes that curriculum is viewed as a field of study and it should only consist of knowledge that comes from discipline. Thus, the subject area are science, math, social studies, English, and so many more. Philip Henry Phoenix. He was born at March 1, 1915 at Denver, Colorado, United States, and died at July 13, 2002 at Stanley, Virginia, United States. Phoenix asserts that the curriculum should consist entirely of knowledge which comes from various disciplines. John Dewey. John Dewey is a famous proponent of progressivism. He believes that education is experience and he argued that reflective thinking is important because it is a tool to unify all the curriculum elements that are tested by application. So, for him, it is important to test the knowledge or taught through application or the learning by doing. Hollis Caswell and Kent Campbell. They define curriculum as all experiences children have under the guidance of the teachers. In this regard, curriculum should contain all the experiences needed by the children to learn and the teacher should only act as a facilitator. Colin Mars and George Willis. They define curriculum as the all experiences in the classroom which are planned and enacted by the teachers and also learned by the students. In this definition, the experiences are done in the classroom. Smith, Stanley, and Shore share the same view that the curriculum is a sequence of potential experiences set up in schools for the purpose of disciplining children in youth in group ways of thinking and acting. From the point of view, curriculum is mostly written documents such as syllabus, course of study, book, and references where knowledge is found but is used as means to accomplish intended goals. While in progressive point of view, curriculum is the total learning experience of the individual.
give me a minute to introduce myself to you. My name is Mary Ann L. Yang from Barangay Ihato, Buwak, Marinduque, 21 years old, taking up Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education, major in Social Studies at the Rizal Technological University, Pasig Campus. Curriculum serves as the blueprint of an educational institution to achieve certain educational goals or aims. Why blueprint? It is simply because curriculum is the fundamental guide for teachers or educators to determine what is essential for teaching and learning. Thus, curriculum also helps educators to identify the learning outcomes, what strategies they must use, and to know the core competencies that the learners must acquire at the end of each lesson. It is the interactive system of teaching and learning that includes textbooks, reading and comprehending, field trips, and outside the campus activities, experimentations, reporting, recitations, and lectures given by the educators, exams and quizzes, as well as assignments. I think I have these both views of curriculum. First, like I have said earlier, curriculum is the fundamental guide for educators or teachers, so meaning to say, teachers or educators are responsible in facilitating and have the authority in implementing one of the content topics throughout the discussions, which is one of the distinctions of traditional view of curriculum. On the other hand, I have this progressive view of curriculum by the statement I said that curriculum is an interactive system of teaching and learning. Like for an instance, I gave an example of this interactive system is experimentations. Though the teachers or educators give directions, the learners are able to learn and discover new things and ideas by themselves without the interventions of the teachers. Thank you.